Okay, council call the meeting order. I'll ask everybody to rise and Councilor McMillan to say the blessing.
Our Heavenly Father, thank you for the many blessings we enjoy in the city of Kenora. We recognize that we are on Treaty 3 lands and are thankful for the partnerships with First Nation communities. Give us wisdom in our minds, clearness in our thinking, truth in our speaking, and always love in our hearts, so that we may try always to unite the citizens of Kenora. Be with us today and guide us in our decision making. Amen.
As required under bylaw 144/2007, the public is advised that council's intention to adopt the following at today's meeting. Council intends to adopt the new tariff fee charges bylaw to give effect to new rates outlined in Schedule C for fire and emergency services department. Declaration of pecuniary interest, anyone? Councilman Dillon?
I do, Your Worship, on Resolutions 7 and 18, they're to do with minutes of meetings and the quarterly or the financial statements. My spouse is a member of the Police Services Board and receives remuneration, so and the agenda items do address police service issues.
Anyone else? Resolution number 1.
Resolution number 1, Your Worship, moved by myself and seconded by Councillor Goss, that the following minutes of the Council of the City of Kenora be adopted as circulated. Regular meeting of Council November 15, 2016.
All in favor, Council? Okay. Okay, now the presentations and deputations. Presentations, nice part of me. And just to explain the new sport jacket. As everyone knows, it's the Kenora dinner jacket. And I figured being Christmassy and fitting, it would be fitting to wear for Christmas. And I didn't have a chance to buy all the council ones, but I figured you can buy your own. We have a presentation now that is something that we like to brag about here in Kenora, and it's the fact of the community volunteers and the things that make Kenora great, and the people that donate so much of their time and give so much to the community to make it a better place to live. And as we say, Kenora is a beautiful place in beauty and scenery, but the thing that makes it a real beautiful place is the people, and the people that give so much. So now, can you come up? Or go?
No, I'll come. With a little help of my friends. Okay.
You all right?
Yes, okay.
Now, Nell Witches has been here for quite a while. I've known Nell for probably 25 years?
Yes.
Wow. And we're only 26, that's amazing. Nell is I think, if I remember right now, you correct me, you said that when you retired, you wanted me to give you a key to the city. Or did I just dream that?
No, we talked in the hospital about that.
Right.
Yes.
And I said, we don't have them anymore. We used to have them. Remember, years ago, we used to have the key to the city. But now, honoring you, this is something that we don't do enough of, obviously, with volunteers, and especially the ones that go sort of slide under the table and nobody knows about them, nobody knows about the beautiful work we do. And so this is kind of and this goes on, and your rainbow, I'm assuming these are the rainbow blankets you
Yes.
make for the people that are on cancer and going through cancer treatment.
Yes.
But Nell also makes mitts and scarves and toques and everything else for people, and nobody really knew about this until we were made aware of it, and that's what I'm talking about. People that do this behind the scenes and don't want recognition, just go ahead and do these things just to make everybody's day a better day and a brighter day. So now, on behalf of the city, we have first a certificate for you.
Thank you.
Here, Dave. Now you have to
The gifts are gonna keep coming. There you go, Nell.
Thank you very much.
And this, this will pull right up, so it won't freeze, and we warmed the weather up today, just so it wouldn't freeze when we went outside with it. And so-
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. One more.
Okay.
What a fine idea.
That's awesome. No, thank you very much for everything you've done for
And the
the
other
community.
Oh, you're
Mayor,
very,
Mayor, Mayor,
very
Mayor,
welcome.
The other side.
Oh, sorry. You just wish you got paid as much as the paparazzi you got. No, thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Good job, Dan.
Your father would be proud of you.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Resolution number 2.
Resolution number 2, your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Smith, that council hereby appoints Laura Barber to the Kenora Municipal Nonprofit Housing Board for a term at the pleasure of council.
All in favor, Councilor? Voting again? Resolution number 3.
Your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Smith. The council hereby appoints Councillor Rory McMillan to the All Nations Hospital Working Group for a term at the pleasure of council.
All in favor, Councilor? Voting again? Carried. Resolution number 4.
Your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councilor McMillan. Whereas council has directed staff to proceed with developing a community energy plan for the city of Kenora, and whereas municipalities may receive up to $90,000 or 50% of total project cost, whichever is less, to complete all 3 stages of a CEP. Now therefore let it be resolved that council directs staff to apply for funding under the municipal energy plan program for the city of Kenora community emergency plan.
All in favor, Councilor? Resolution number 5.
Worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councilor McMillan, that council hereby receives an information report with respect to contracts awarded within the manager of corporate services and strategic initiatives approved limits for January to September 2016.
All in favor, Councilor? Resolution carried. Resolution number 6.
Your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Smith, the council hereby accepts the Human Resources Management Strategy Progress Report dated November 2016.
All in favor, Councilor? Motion carried. Resolution number 7.
Resolution number 7, your worship, moved by myself and seconded by Councillor Rayner, that council hereby accepts the monthly financial statements of the corporation of the city of Kenora at October 31st, 2016.
All in favor, Councilor? Opposed, any? Motion carried. Resolution number 8, this will slow down.
Yes, it will. Resolution number 8, your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Smith. Whereas there is a direct service delivery and financial relationship between the province of Ontario and municipalities for many healthcare related services such as land ambulance, paramedic services, long-term care and public health, and whereas the municipality's portion of these costs are borne through property taxation, and whereas there have been significant annual increases to cost to municipalities resulting from increased service demand and or from inappropriate provincial funding models that do not adequately address service delivery demands, of the need for system enhancements to meet the service demand and maintain the many legislated and or regulated standards. Now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Kenora endorses the Peterborough County Council resolution made at its meeting on October 19, 2016, and 1, directs that a letter be sent to Premier Kathleen Wynne and Minister of Care and Long-Term Care Eric Hoskins regarding additional health care funding to offset the ongoing and rising healthcare services costs that are being borne by municipalities on the property tax base. 2, request that the province not download any additional or further costs for land ambulance / paramedic services, long-term care, or public health. 3, that a copy of the letter be sent to AMO, NOMA, and to both Sarah Campbell, MPP, and Bob Nault, MP for the Kenora District. 4, that a copy of the resolution be sent to the Northwestern Health Unit, Kenora District Services Board, and Kenora District Home for the Aged.
Comment, Mayor? Yeah, and I think that, as I said, a committee of the whole, the city of Kenora should be drafting and crafting their own resolution when it comes to the cost of healthcare in the Northwestern Ontario catchment area, because our costs are significantly higher with healthcare related issues than other parts of the province. And I'm hoping that we're gonna have input into the AMO task force on healthcare, because it's significant for this part of the province and we need to be actively involved. So I'm hoping we're gonna consider that in the new year, Mayor.
Councillor.
Just a brief comment in support of Councillor Smith, particularly with what's happening in our area and groups starting to work together and partnerships solidifying on healthcare and working together to some resolution and interprovincial. I think it's absolutely critical that representation from this district through yourself, Dave is a member of AMO, but if there's ever an opportunity for a representative from this district to sit in on that task force, I think it would be very valuable.
And they're just two, they're Woody, there's a name, 2 names come off the NOMA board, and one of them, as I mentioned to you before, used to work on the dark side, is now over on the bright side, and it's gonna be one of our representatives. That's Norm Gale, CEO of the city of Thunder Bay, who's very knowledgeable, and so it was a really good fit. Perfect time. All in favor? Opposed, any? Good. Resolution number 9.
Your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Smith. The council hereby approves section 357 tax adjustments with potential refunds totaling $1,920.60.
All in favor, Council? Opposed, any? Motion is carried. Resolution number 10.
Worship, moving myself, seconded by Councillor McMillan, the council gives 3 readings to a bylaw to adopt a new tariff of fees and charges bylaw to include new rates and charges for Schedule C emergency services, and further that in accordance with notice bylaw number 144-2007, public notice is hereby given that council intends to give 3 readings to a new tariff of fees and charges bylaw at its December 20th, 2016 meeting to give effect to the new rates outlined in the revised Schedule C, and further that bylaw number 128-2016 be hereby repealed.
All in favor, Council? Opposed, any? Motion carried. Resolution number 11.
Your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Goss. The council authorizes an amendment to the City of Kenora Traffic Regulation Bylaw number 180-2015 to include changes to Schedule T rate of speed 40 kilometers per hour zone for Telio Road from Highway 17 east to the Jones Road, and further that 3 readings be given to an amending bylaw for this purpose.
All in favor, Council? Opposed, any? Motion is carried. Resolution number 12.
Your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Smith, that council authorizes an amendment to the City of Kenora Traffic Regulation Bylaw number 180-2015 to include a change to Schedule B, no parking tollway zone for Glen Cameron Drive, and further that 3 readings be given to an amending bylaw for this purpose.
All in favor, Council? Opposed, any? Motion is carried. Resolution number 13.
Resolution number 13, your worship, moved by myself and seconded by Councillor McMillan, that the council of the city of Kenora hereby receives a 2016-17 municipal drinking water inspection report conducted on October 19th, 20th, and 24th, 2016.
All in favor, Council? Opposed, any? Motion is carried. Resolution number 14.
Resolution number 14, your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Raynard, that council gives 3 readings to a bylaw authorizing a contract between the Kenora Assembly Resources in the city of Kenora for provision of services at the harborfront and related areas for the period of January 1, 2017 through December 31, 2017. And further, that bylaw number 179-2015 be hereby repealed.
All in favor, council? Motion's carried. Resolution number 15.
Your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Goss, the council accepts the 2016 third quarter report for the Recreation Services Department.
All in favor, council? Opposed, any? Motion's carried. Resolution number 16.
Your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councilor McMillan, the council gives 3 readings to a bylaw to authorize the execution of a funding agreement between the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund and the Corporation of the City of Kenora for the program coordinator intern position with the Northwest Business Center, and further that the CAO be authorized to execute this agreement.
All in favor, council? Opposed, any? Motion's carried. Resolution number 17.
Are you sure you don't want this one, Councillor Lucen?
Nope, you're more than welcome to read it.
Moved by myself, seconded by
Sir,
Councillor Rusin. Whereas Council of the City of Kenora acknowledges the establishment of an Emergency Management Program Committee to create and maintain an emergency management program which conforms to the Emergency Management and Civil Protection Act, bracket EMCPA, end of bracket, and whereas this Emergency Management Program Committee includes the 5 core components, namely mitigation, prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery. And whereas the committee shall advise council on the development and implementation of the municipality's emergency management program and serve as an advocate for the larger population and provide public education on risks to public safety and on public preparedness for emergencies. And whereas members of the emergency program committee are outlined in the current 2016/2017 City of Kenora Emergency Response Plan, therefore be it resolved that council accepts and appoints the current members of the City of Kenora Municipal Control Group as the members of the Emergency Program Committee, the City of Kenora, and further that future appointments to this committee not require a council resolution but are appointed through the annual update of the City of Kenora Emergency Response Plan.
All in favor, council? Opposed, any? Motion is carried. Resolution number 18.
Your worship, I'm gonna have to give this one to somebody else because I declared a pecuniary interest on it. I can't give it to you because you seconded it.
Good catch.
It's too long anyway.
Your worship, resolution number 18, moved by myself, and seconded by Councillor Goss.
Rusin.
Or Rusin, no, you're gonna.
Lucen.
Rusin, okay. That council hereby adopts the following minutes from various City of Kenora committees: October 13th and 27th, November 10th and 24th, Lake of the Woods Museum Board, October 5th, regular and special meetings, and 26th, Kenora Public Library Board, November 3rd, Environmental Advisory Committee, November 16th, Heritage Kenora Committee, and that council hereby receives the following minutes from other various committees: September 7th, Kenora Police Services Board, September 27th, District of Kenora Home for the Aged Board of Management, October 18th, Planning Advisory Committee, and further that these minutes be circulated in order to file.
All in favor,
We'll have to
council?
sign it.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion's carried. Resolution number 19.
Resolution number 19, your worship, moved by myself and seconded by Councillor McMillan, that council of the City of Kenora hereby accepts the October 2016 Kenora Water and Wastewater Systems Monthly Summary Report as prepared by City Administration.
All in favor, council?
I've got a question. I'm wondering if we can have an education session on this, because when I read the reports, there's significant swing, and I'll give you an example. I don't know the difference between influent flow and effluent flow. The variances from year to year, if you compare 10 months to 10 months, the water is significantly lower, while the wastewater flows are significantly higher. And I just don't know how that impacts, our revenues, our expenditures. So if we could get a chance to, at some point in the future, sit down and just give a better understanding of what those numbers actually lead to.
Awesome.
All right,
All in favor, council? Opposed, no? That's carried. Resolution number 20.
Resolution number 20, your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Reynard, that the tenders for the hourly rental of equipment and trucks for 2017 be received, and further, that the attached ranking lists for hourly rental rate of equipment and trucks for 2017 be accepted and adopted for the purposes of hiring non-owned equipment and trucks during the period of January 1 through December 31, 2017.
All in favor, council? Opposed, if any? Motion is carried. Resolution number 21.
Your worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Goss, that the following bylaws be now read a first and second time and approved in the present form and presented for third and final reading. 130-2016, confirmatory. 131-16, tariff of fees and charges, fire and emergency services. 132-2016, traffic amendment, rate of speed, Talio Road. 133-2016, traffic amendment, no parking, Glen Cameron Drive. 134-2016, Kenora Assembly Resources Agreement, and 135-2016, NOHFC Funding Agreement, and WBC Intern.
All in favor, council? Opposed, if any? Motion is carried. Okay. Seeing as I practiced at the committee of the whole, I'll now read the proclamation that's in its proper order and actually on the agenda. By virtue of authority vested in me, I hereby proclaim January 2017 as National Alzheimer's Awareness Month in and for the city of Kenora and request its observance as such by our citizens. Proclaimed at the city of Kenora this 20th day of December 2016. Okay, before I go around for announcements and Christmas greetings or whatever, just a few things that I had marked down here. KDMA, now who's going to KDMA? It is in Pavilion Bay. There's a bit of glitch with hotel rooms, of course. There's not many there. I think there was one last about a week ago in the west staying in Dryden. I think it's fairly full too because of the hockey tournament, so we'll probably have to drive from here Friday morning or whatever and go that way. So you were gonna go?
Yes,
Councilor?
but I won't need a hotel room, I think Vermillion Bay's only an hour away, so I'll just drive up and drive home and then probably drive back on the Saturday morning for the, presentations by the various agencies, so I'm okay just to drive back and forth.
So, and the agenda's still not finalized. We had a meeting on Sunday night, but it's still going through the process, so being finalized. I kind of hope we could move it all into one day. So,
Yeah, that'd be
instead of going back
nice.
Saturday morning for a couple hours, but it's a long way to go. Because yeah, it's Sunday there, it's over an hour, and especially at this time of year, depending on the weather. But who else? Was anybody else going to go from council?
You and me, Mayor.
Is there any staff? Any staff or no? Any volunteers? Okay, Aroma, it was Councilor Rusin and myself. And was anybody else going to go to Roma?
I'm out of the country, so.
Okay. OGRA. Who's gonna go to Over?
I'm still debating on that one,
Okay.
whether I'm free.
So we'll have to get them in there. I know the thing just come out we have till, I think it's late January for the deputations, or our deputations at OGRA. And, I don't wanna speak out of school, but I know there's still discussions going on to try and get the two organizations back together. It's not working out well this year for either one of them, which was sort of anticipated, but hopefully it all comes back together. So we will need to get them, the names in that for, because we will be having delegations over, especially transportation, all that. But the last thing they sent out, everybody gets that thing from Good Roads, what's the name of it?
Milestone, is it?
No, it comes in an email all the time. Gives you all the updates and stuff, it's on there, the timing for making your updates and stuff, so. Okay, I have a Christmas wish before we go around the table. Jeff, I've mentioned this before in the past, every time we go around the roundabout,
and it works so great, and it looks so Christmassy. But people still, I'm saying 50% of people still don't signal, which could be a lot more effective. And I was wondering if we could get signs, please signal out of roundabout at each of the exits. Because you only have to signal out, not in.
At Christmas time, Dave?
I think, no, you're wrong. It's a Christmas wish. I'm just putting on my Christmas wish list. So we've mentioned it before, and then you just forget about it and it goes on and on and on. And I thought it would be kind of neat then, it just reminds people, because you get people too from, with foreign plates, like from Manitoba. No, the foreign plates would be Ontario or something like that. But then they don't really know, how it works. So the signs, if we can do that, whatever, be signaling out of the roundabout, and it's an amazing piece of infrastructure, and it could work even better. Especially for impatient people like me. Okay, I'll go around, Councilor Roussin, Christmas wishes and announcements of anything.
I'd just like to wish everybody Merry Christmas, and especially thank all of our volunteers from all the various committees. And there's one committee that's working very hard because we're in a crisis situation here, and that's healthcare. And we have a recruiter, Annika Gillis, and she's doing a great job. And I'd like to thank her for all her efforts, as well as everybody that's involved in the committee. Merry Christmas, and the best in the new year.
Made a couple of notes so I don't forget. I just want to take a moment to extend season's greetings to the citizens of Kenora, the numerous volunteers that make our community so much stronger. To my colleagues on council and their families, safe holiday, and if there's travels, safe travels. To city staff and their families for their support during the year, and if there's travels, safe travels. First Nation neighbors, and may you all be blessed with good health and happiness throughout the season and the days ahead. And if your time and resources permit, please reach out to someone less fortunate. And if you have the opportunity, think of those that are experiencing poor health or family loss at this time. Christmas is a good time of year, but it's also a sad time of year for many people. So if we can just take a moment to think of those less fortunate and those that are experiencing loss at this time of year. Thank you. Happy holidays.
Councilor Smith.
Yeah, certainly I echo everything that Councilor McMillan has said. And I'd just like to wish everyone Merry Christmas and all the best in the new year. Special shout out, of course, to our emergency services, our police force, our roads crews. They don't get a break when it snows. They're out there. I'm really impressed at the way our roads crews take care of our community. I don't think anybody in this community has any reason to complain. I think they do an amazing job. The police and emergency services, of course, for all the good work that they do. And our staff, to all my colleagues, Merry Christmas. And as Councilor McMillan says, not everybody in the community is as fortunate as most of us are in this room. We have our health. We can go home and have a roof over our heads, and we'll have a great Christmas meal with families, but there's lots of people out there that don't have those same opportunities. And I think that we, in our community, the volunteers and that do a great job at showing compassion, and I don't think that we should ever forget how lucky most of us are. And especially this time of year, we give thanks for what we have, to remember that so many in this community don't have what we have. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I think that Kenora in 2017 is just upwards and onwards, and I think we're doing great stuff here.
Councilor Ross.
At the risk of repeating what everyone else has said, yes, I'd like to extend best wishes, Merry Christmas to everyone in the community. I'd like to thank particularly the roads crew, and I'm thanking them in advance because we're hearing that there may be as much as 40 centimeters of snow coming Christmas and Boxing Day, and some of them aren't going to get that much time with their family. I come from a large family when 11 of us sat down for supper every day, and I can't remember a Christmas that we didn't have 2 or 3 other people at the table. And I would like to suggest that other people consider that that there are people who need not just the material things, they need the more of the social animation and everything else. So if it's in your heart and it's in your ability, I'd extend the best wishes to everybody to bring somebody new to the table.
Thank you. Councillor Ritter.
It's always tough to go last because there's nothing else to say.
I'm sure I'll start. with
Yeah,
the
that's
second.
okay. I'm just gonna deviate for a second and just give a final update on the Hockey Day in Canada, or Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada. The Manitoba Sledge Hockey Program has now come on board. They're gonna actually do, they'll bring 10 sleds to, it'll be a Saturday. And this is a unique opportunity because there's children in the community that love the game but have never had
never had the opportunity to participate, so it's a great opportunity.
our merchandising is really going well. They started a week ago Monday. They've been doing very brisk business. They're set up at the rec center. He has a kiosk at Donny B's and his online stores now also going. And the sale of tickets has been tremendous. We've had a huge uptake. Some of the events are already sold out, and the big ticket seller right now is the NHL and this alumni old timers game, so that's exciting. And again, as council or the majority of my compatriots around the table mentioned, you know, family and friends are very important this time of year, but we shouldn't forget there's so many other people in our community. And I always think of, I remember there was a number of years ago when it was -40, and every time I looked outside, there was sewer and water people, you know, with broken water. What people I think we tend to forget is our sewer and water department, our roads department, they don't wait. If there's something that needs done, they do it, and a lot of times they miss out on Christmas with their families. So that's much appreciated, and I'd like you to pass that on to your staff. We really appreciate that, and the people in the community appreciate it. So the best of season to everyone. Thank you.
Thanks. Is there anything left to say? You know what, I just wanna wish everybody a Merry Christmas and thank everybody, you know, staff, council, all the volunteers, things like now that sort of fly under the radar and don't get recognition for, there's so many people out there that do things like this that, you know, the knitting of the rainbow blankets is beautiful, and scarves and toques and less fortunate and stuff like that. And it's just, I think an awesome time to recognize, that's sort of the first one that we've done, well, especially because we just got a new policy in because people have been asking us about it, and so it's just amazing. We've got these people that help out the community, and you know, you go back, it's almost a month ago, the Miracle Marathon, of course, down at their Motors there, and I just got in under the wire again this time back from a AMO meeting, but you know, the generosity of the people can already give out to people that are less fortunate, and that's so they can have a good Christmas and you know, have food on the table and hopefully keep the lights on. So it's really nice when you see your community kind of reach out like that and help the people. I do say, Councillor Goss, that fortunately this year me and Liz have been taken in for supper. We were invited to come for supper at her oldest daughter's place, so somebody has sympathy on this. But you're right. I mean, it's you know, when you look at the people that what we take for granted, can't even imagine, and we are very fortunate. And I always like to remind everybody that Christmas it's Christmas. That's the holiday. I know there's always controversial things about Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas. It's the birth of Jesus Christ. That's what we're celebrating, and you don't have to apologize for celebrating that. It's just a great time of year, and it is a time for family. I remember as kids getting together with all our cousins and stuff. It was that one time a year that you seen everybody. You voted, you went and visited everybody, and it was just the way it was. And I don't think we do enough of that anymore. I don't think we get out and touch base with family and friends as much as we should and as much as we used to. So Merry Christmas, everybody. One more thing here, you know, Jeff come up with a good idea. I'm just gonna dump this on you, Jeff. And it's just for the 2018 snowfall season that because of global warming and that, I'm thinking of there's ways that we could cut back on carbon and you know, graders and stuff. And so Jeff suggested that we buy all employees one of these to
ride to work on every morning, and they can help the roads crew plow the roads, so. Sorry, Jeff, but I got that, yes, I thought it was so cute, I said it to everybody, I thought, what a fantastic idea. But anyway, everybody, Merry Christmas and real safe travels if you're gonna be on the road, and have a great new year, and we'll see everybody back in the new year. Okay, resolution, is there anything else? Resolution number 22.
Worship, moved by myself, seconded by Councilor McMillan, that pursuant to section 239 of the Municipal Act 201 as amended, authorization is hereby given for council to move into the closed session at, whatever time it is, to discuss items pertaining to the following. 1, proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land. 2 matters. 2, receiving of advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege. 1 matter. And 3, education and training members of council. 1 matter.
All in favor, council? Motion carried. And these presents for council are all from Lydia Harley. That was my new install, a present she does every year. Lydia, thank you. Okay, resolution number 23.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councilor Rusin, that this meeting be now declared closed at 3:34 p.m.
All in favor? Opposed, any? Carried.